Here's the trailer I'm going to show you guys. That's the back of it. That's where I got it from Texas Trailer Supply. I bought it about, like I said, about a year and a couple months ago. I installed some windows. It was pretty easy to do. I insulated it, the roof. I put a solar panel on it, and also I flipped the axles. It sit kind of low before, and I really didn't like that. So I said, you know what? I said I gotta do something with the axles because it was so low that it was like scrub. So I just flipped them. Let me see if I can give you guys a picture of that. It's a Dexter kit, and you just have to weld on. I do have a welder, so I just welded the thing on the other side. You're not actually flipping it, you're just putting the axle on top of the spring. That's my truck too. That's what I use to pull it. That's a Chevy LT 2011. It's pretty clean. That's why I used to pull it, and that is actually my homemade AC unit. I made it out of a window unit, and it's basically just like a Climate Right. You know, I'll show you a little bit on that later. And that's my generator. That's Champion generator. Paid like 300 some bucks for it. It's a good generator too. It runs everything, like 4,000 watts or something like that. And that's just all my hookups. I got the short tongue. I should have got a long tongue. That way I could have put like I still had enough room to put my propane there, but I really didn't want it on the outside because it rusts so bad. And where I keep it at, it's a lot of trees. So I just put it on the inside, and I only stick it in there when I'm getting, when I'm using it. Other than that, I don't even leave it in there. So, and also I did my lights. Those little lights are bright. They brighten up the whole side. So when I'm parked, and this is the back. I got a ramp door. I use it because I stick my four-wheelers and stuff in there. That was actually part of the reason of me doing a trailer, because I figured, hey, getting a toy hauler is like really expensive to fit four-wheelers and all your toys. So I figured, I said, you know what? I said I got to get get something that can pull my trailer, and I can still stick all my toys, my bikes, or whatever I'm going, depending on what I'm going to do, I can do. So, and I just wired it. I put, 120 outlets, let me show you the inside. It's the inside. I installed the RV door lock. That other door lock was kind of horrible. So I did that, and I kind of reinforced the door, because once you take that lock off, that hook lock, your door is kind of flimsy. So I just put the bolts back in the place of where they were. Nothing too fancy. I didn't cover it up or nothing. You see, I just took the 3 bolts out and stuck them back in there. I'll probably go back and clean that up a little bit, but I like the RV door. It just makes it a lot easier. And this is pretty much the inside. Got a fan, window fan I put in there. Built my counters, sink, 32-inch TV, sound bar with a subwoofer. Sounds great. My toilet, what I'm going to do right there, I'm just going to put a shower curtain where you can pull clothes, if you need some privacy. And I actually wasn't going to put a shower in. This is the shower. This is the finished product. I did my shower, and it came out awesome, because I'm going to tell you, I use that shower a lot. I didn't think I was, and that was actually from my wife. She was like, oh, you need to put a shower in here before I go anywhere with you and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, you know what? I said, I had been camping without a shower. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put one in. And I put one in, and I use this. It's Camp Plus. It works great. Hot water. Like right when you turn it on, instant. And that's all my other stuff. That's why I put my propane tank. So like when I'm getting ready to go on a trip, I just stick it right here. Boom. I keep it cut off. I don't cut it on, of course. And I also got a CO2 thing, just so if somebody's taking a shower, you don't want to get, even though I got windows and, I keep them open all the time. So there's always leaking out, or, some breeze coming through here. But even if so, you never know. You might be asleep, might be cold. Keep one of these. That's a CO2 reader. And I also have I haven't hooked it up yet, but I also got a gas leak indicator. So if that thing get to leaking anytime or anything like that, you'll know it. It'll be buzzing. And that's just my counter. This is some of the stuff I keep. Oh, let me see what else I got in here. That's my water tank, my battery, my panel, my fill hose, my solar panel charger, my Ames inverter, auto transfer, 30-gallon water tank does pretty good. That'll get you for about I would say, if you boondocking, probably a good weekend and you'll be empty. Depending on how many people you got. We got 4, it's me, my wife, and 2 kids. So, we go through that water. But if it's just me, it'll last me forever. And these are what I use for my AC. I just cut a hole in the floor and I use a duct. Come off with a duct, and I got another duct right there. Sucks it in. And I still got to kind of clean up from the last trip. I didn't really, And I just got some cabinets that I built in. 3 lights, and but it works out nice. And this is actually the area that I put my 4-wheelers in. I had 2, so I used to put one up here, and I put the other one back there. And it's big enough to carry 2 4-wheelers and a bike. I had 2 4-wheelers and a motorcycle in here, and that's my bed. I just got that bed. Somebody was selling it out of a toy hauler, so I paid $200 for the fold-down bed, and then I just use, like, when my kids come, I use the air mattress for them because they like these air. I just set it up there, and that works out. I was thinking about getting another bed for this side, but the air mattress works so good, I'm not even really worried about it. And that's my refrigerator, microwave, everything I pretty much need. Got my broom, got some little hangers just to hang clothes. Keep my fishing rods up there because we do a lot of fishing every time we go camping, of course. So, got my fishing rods. And these, what I use for my windows, you actually can't see through them out there. And when you're looking through it outside, now on the inside you can see through because of course the light is outside. But I use these. I got these from Walmart. They're like the little things that go in your car windows, and it was only $5. So I just put 2. That way, if you want a little light, you can have some light come through. And if you want, if you're taking a shower or something, you don't want nobody else to see in, which they can't see in unless you got the lights on and it's nighttime. That's what I did for that. So everything is working out good, This has been, last week we took a long trip, went to South Padre Island. It's about, I stay in Houston, so it's about 6 hours. Pulled good. And that's when I noticed that the trailer was sitting so low. I figured I was going to have to put a little lift, swap those axles. Oh, and this is another good thing, too, I'm going to recommend to y'all. Let's see if I can get this thing out of here. Get out of there. Yeah. Well, this thing right here, this net, it's like a net, almost one of those things you put on the beach, but it's netted, and they got UV guard. I paid like $60 for it on Amazon. That's one of the best investments that I made. I love that thing. We went out last weekend, we was at the RV park, and I set that thing up basically right outside the door. So, when you come out the door, you go in there and you in the screened in area. And there was a lot of mosquitoes and we didn't notice not nothing. So it was great. I love that thing. And I'm pretty sure it's going to pay off definitely when we go camping in the woods again. So that's pretty much it. I got my little battery thing for show all my voltage on the that my solar panels putting in. I only got 100 watts of solar. So that's really all I need though. It keeps both my batteries. I got 2 batteries. It keeps both my batteries pretty much fully charged. Because the only thing that I'm running 120 off of, that I'm running 12 volts is just my lights and some of the small stuff. So that's really it. Now, I do use the inverter, like when I'm driving. Like we fill up, just say we pack up with food. That's why I got my thing. I keep that open so it won't mildew or anything like that. But when we're driving, I keep that open. I keep that on so that you don't have to worry about your food being warm or anything. So I just keep it on as wherever we going. So we fill it up before we leave. And this thing too has been great. This net, it keeps all the bugs out too. You can leave the door open, which I do most of the time when I'm camping. We always leave our doors open. Now I do need one. I want to get one for the back. I just got to find one that's the exact right size. Because I love to leave my back door open too. Like when we at the beach, I'll pull right up to the beach and let the door down. So I like to have that screen just flashes too low. So we'll get back to it. But I just want to show you guys what I did on most of these things. Definitely getting the trailer up off the ground is a good thing. The more space you have is better because you can run all your stuff under there and don't have to worry about it getting knocked off like your sewer lines. And I use a portable lot of people ask me, do I use a, what kind of tank do I use? I use a portable tank. You can kind of see my connection. And I just use a portable tank. But most of the time when I'm at an RV park, I don't have to. I just run my tube straight down to the, to the thing. But when I'm boondocking, I use a portable tank. So that's how I do that there. And I just got stilts on the front to level it out. Like if I'm on a incline, like right now, I'm pulling kind of low. So what I need to do is just I got to get a better, a little bit taller hitch right here, because that's an older one I had, and I want to get a taller one. That way I can adjust it up to where the ride straight, flush. It's down a little bit in the front since I lifted it. Now before I lifted it, it was perfect, but it was just too low to the ground. And right now, it's still kind of, you can see kind of how low it was in the front. So I'm gonna lift that up and get the right hitch for it so it sits up higher. But other than that, it runs pretty good. And that's pretty much all my mods. So if anything, questions, just leave me a mark down below, and we'll go from there.